Hello students, today we will be discussing lesson 4 of our SST book, Major Landforms. The earth's surface is not the same everywhere. It is highly uneven. The earth's surface has land and water. Three-fourths of earth's surface is covered with water and one-fourth with land. Forces of nature, such as wind and rain, have for ages carved out the earth's surface, forming various landforms. These landforms are also called relief features. The major landforms on earth are mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers, deserts. Let us learn about them in detail. The first such type of feature is mountains. Mountains are raised portions of the earth's surface which are higher than the surrounding areas. Mountains that are not very high are called hills. Mountains have steep slopes and a peak or summit. Peaks are mostly round or conical in shape. A chain of mountains is called a mountain range. The Andes in South America is the longest mountain range in the world. Here, the highest peak is shown. This is the highest peak in the world, that is Mount Everest. The age of mountains makes them different from each other. The Himalayas are the Jungfrau Mountains. They are very high with sharp peaks, and Aravallis are old mountains. They are low in height and have rounded peaks. Now let us discuss about some special features of mountains. Mountains form a natural barrier against cold and hot winds. Mountain regions are thinly populated because of the harsh climate and steep slopes. Because people they prefer to live in the foothills and the lower parts of the mountains. And mountain glaciers are source of many rivers. The mountains, especially the lower areas, are rich in flora and fauna. Flora means vegetation, what is grown in the mountainous region, and fauna stands for wildlife or animals found in that region. Mountains are also rich in minerals, and these mountains have many beautiful hill stations which attract tourists because of their beauty and climatic conditions. Next physical feature or major landforms of the earth is plateau. Now what is this plateau? A plateau is a raised piece of land higher than its surrounding areas. Its top is flat and leveled. It has steep slopes. A plateau is also known as a tableland. Plateaus also differ in age, size, and height. Some plateaus can be extremely vast, like the Deccan Plateau in India. It is also one of the oldest plateau in the world. In this picture, you can see Deccan Plateau and the Tibetan Plateau. This Tibetan Plateau is the highest and the largest plateau of the world and is also known by the roof of the world. Now let us discuss about special features of plateaus. Some plateaus in the world are uninhabited, means very less people live there. What is the reason behind? Due to harsh climatic conditions and its elevation. On the other hand, there are some plateaus which are low lying and are densely populated. Plateau regions are rich in mineral resources like iron, coal, and copper. These plateaus are considered as the storehouse of minerals. Minerals are found in abundance in plateaus. Rivers flowing through plateaus are ideal sites for generating hydroelectricity. Plateaus, these very plateaus have rich fertile soil and which is good for agriculture. Many plateaus are great tourist attractions because of their scenic beauty. Next physical feature is plains. A vast stretch of flat and level land, means flat and leveled land is called a plain. Plains, they are also known by lowlands and extend over hundreds of kilometers. About one third of the land surface is covered by plains, and the plains found along the sea are called coastal plains. Some special features of the plains: the soil is very fertile. How the soil is fertile? Because the rivers, when they flow down the mountains, they bring with them the silt, and which is deposited in the plains, and this silt is called alluvium and makes alluvial soil which is very suitable for agriculture. A variety of crops can be grown in the fertile plains. These plains are thickly populated areas because of the availability of water in abundance, and plains have flat land, and construction is also easy in the plain areas. Since ancient times, plains have served as a cradle to some of the world's major civilizations. Rivers. A natural downward stream of water from the mountains is called a river. It flows towards an ocean or sea. A river on its journey from the mountains to the ocean passes through three different stages. Now, what are these different stages of a river? These are youthful, mature, and old. So now we will discuss about the three stages of a river. The first stage of the river is its youthful or upper stage. The steepness of the mountain make the river flow down in great speed, cutting through rocks. When the rivers, they flow down the mountains, so because of the steepness of the mountains, these rivers flow in a very high speed or great speed, and in the result it cuts through the rocks and forms V-shaped valleys, waterfalls, and canyons. Second stage or mature stage of a river begins when it leaves the mountains and enters the plains. Here the river swells and becomes broad because it is joined by its tributaries. Tributaries means the rivers, the other rivers which get merged in the main rivers. The speed of the river decreases at this stage. River loops called meanders. Now, what are these meanders? The loops formed by the river are called meanders. Loops means the twist and turn in the flow of the river are the meanders, and sometimes when the flow of water is very high, these loops cut down and form a lake, and this is in oxbow shape. So this is called oxbow lakes. And the third stage is known as the old stage of a river. In this stage, the movement of river becomes very sluggish. As it enters the sea, it branches out into many small streams called distributaries. A delta is made by the river at this stage. Delta is a triangular shape. When river enters the ocean, The silt is which is brought down by the rivers from the mountains. It gets deposited on the mouth of the river, and it is formed in a triangular shape. This is called delta. The world's largest delta is Sundarban Delta, which is formed by Ganga Brahmaputra river in India. Next major landform is deserts. Deserts are vast sandy areas, and these areas receive very little or no rainfall. Temperatures are extreme in the deserts. What do you mean by extreme temperature? Means some days are very hot, nights are very cold, and because of low rainfall, there is very limited flora and fauna found in deserts. Vegetation means because of low rainfall, crops do not grow here. These deserts are of two types: cold deserts and hot deserts. In the picture you can see Thar desert. This is the example of hot desert, and Gobi desert. It is in Mongolia and China and is the example of cold desert. Special features of hot deserts are as follows. Extreme climatic conditions are found in deserts. Days are very hot, nights are very cold. Deserts are generally very dry. This is because these areas receive very little or no rainfall. Sandstorms are common in these areas. Small hills of sand called dunes are formed as the sand moves from one place to another due to strong winds. So, a hill of sand is formed which is called dunes. Plants like cacti and date palms, which require very little water, are found in these desert areas. Sometimes water collects in small pools around which vegetation grows. It is called an oasis. In this picture you can see an oasis. Oasis is a small pool of water. When the underground water in the desert area reaches to the earth's surface, it forms a pool which is called an oasis. And near the oasis only people, they prefer to live in deserts near the oasis because of the availability of water, and they can do cultivation also near an oasis. So that's all about this chapter. I hope you have understood. Thanks for watching the video.